Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we're returning to Unity of Command, the Stalingrad campaign. So we have two missions left, Kubieshev and Baku. I think I want to start with Baku, even though it's a little bit later. But the turn limit here is a little bit lower, so that means it's... I think this is more of a finale mission that we can do. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with Baku. The Axis forces succeed in making their way through the Caucasus passes, causing the Soviets to panic. In the ensuing chaos, the petroleum capital of Baku is within reach, even to the threadbare forces of von Mackensen's disposal. A victory here could change the outcome of the entire war. So that had been a target that the Germans developed throughout the campaign, throughout Case Blue. So when they did come down here, they wanted to get the Soviet oil reserves. And that is interesting because honestly they weren't too successful on the oil fields in close to Maikop, where they didn't really see too much success. So our goal here is to attack Baku itself down here, and I think the most interesting thing here is the supply network. So let's briefly get rid of this. So there are a couple of supply sources for the Soviets, but notably, as far as I can tell, only this one and this one here are actually on railway tracks. This one here isn't. This one here isn't, so that means the only way that they can get supply on the railway track all the way up over here will be via these two supply sources. So if we can cut this railway line somewhere over here, that might be a very, very good thing for us. So the issue is we don't really have supplies left, so I think I'd actually like to come down here with some of our forces. Whereas here in the sort of eastern part of this terrain, we will fight our way down here. But it would be much, much better if we could cut their supplies here. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to do that, but certainly it would be very interesting to do so. So we've got a couple of our forces over here. We would ideally like to punch through there. But they will have supply over there. There's no disputing that. They will get reinforcements here at some point. But yeah, at what time do we actually need to get these things? Well, it doesn't tell us, does it? Huh, I can't read that. That's an interesting bug. Okay. Well, is it a bug? I don't know. Okay, so we do need to come down there. I think over here in the east it's fairly obvious. We just need to start punching our way through there. We could try to come up with our tanks towards this direction, but I don't think that's worthwhile. So yeah, let's actually come up over here. I think this target here would be very tempting to me. All of these guys are relatively low on organization though, and that is tempting. There's only a 10% chance that we are withdrawing here. Retreat, 30% chance. Well, okay, let's bring this guy down here. There's a 20% chance of killing you off, so let's try that. Overrun, very lovely. So that means we have another attack here. 4 kills in action, good stuff. Yeah, and then you can simply attack over here. 2 kills in action, that's nice. It's not critical. Could have maybe moved a little bit differently here with these forces. Should be able to do some damage over here, that's nice to see. And then let's simply bring in this infantry unit and yeah, just start attacking these guys. I suppose we would have enough stuff to get on here, but probably the railway itself is more important. Right, and we have a couple of green forces up over here. We're going to bring them up, of course. Right, and then the question is really here in the west. So what should we do? So firstly, I think it's probably sensible to start attacking over here against these Soviet forces. Destroyed and overrun, very good result. And that does allow our motorized division here to come down here all the way towards over here, and I think that would be a very nice place to cut their supply, because it would also mean that they don't get any supplies from this front. On the other hand, going here might also be tempting. Simply for the supply usage. But then again, this terrain here is not that great, so you know what? We're gonna come down here. We can't cross as of yet, but we might be able to do that next turn, so that would be great. And then we have our tanks over here. Should we move the tanks up over there or over here? You have engineering units, so I think it would actually make sense to start threatening over here. Although the same is true for this German infantry division. Here or here? Doesn't really matter all that much. I think we could get a nice overrun over here. I very much doubt that we... You know what, let's try to get over here. Yeah, we could do some damage. But it's not that much. On the other hand, we can be fairly sure to overrun these guys. And overrun these guys. Lovely, very good stuff. Sorry about that, had to put in a brief cut because there was a call. Okay, so yeah, we could advance to here and maybe start to attack this unit, and that would be nice because that is a very tempting target down there. If we can attack over here, that would be great, wouldn't it? On the other hand, what else have we got? We've got these guys. Do we want to give you anything in particular over here? We could advance all the way towards the bridge with the light infantry. And you know what? I think that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. So we are at the bridge now. We can do some damage against this cavalry. Lovely. Even pushing them back. But we do need to, of course, make sure that we are not being overrun on the other hand. So they are still getting supplies from down here. But at least we are pinching them in. So that's lovely to see. Yeah, but we don't want to be cut off either, do we? Could move up here. We should also be a little bit mindful of these guys. So I think coming up here is probably the best. We can do some damage against them, and that's okay. They are unlikely to retreat. Over here these guys should probably dig in. And then we can bring up this German infantry unit a little bit further up. It's not really far. Yeah, and over here, I mean, these guys are likely to strike into this direction, so I somewhat don't want to... Can we actually do any damage over here? We could, but it wouldn't be really that much. So we can come up over here, could come up here as well, on the railway line itself. Let's get over here. I think that should be alright. Can even move up a little bit further. And I don't think they should get into here too much. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, now let's stay there for the second. And over here, you know what, you're gonna dig in for a second here. And same with these guys actually. Yeah, that's okay. Good, so good stuff over there. You can't advance any further. I think what we should do is get you some AT. So some Stooks. That should be lovely. And I think... Why is that? Why can I not give you stuff? Well, I simply can't. Yeah, let's add some reinforcements here. We do have some prestige left, so I think that's a generally good idea. You are in supply over here. You would even be in supply over there, but I'd ideally like to cut them over there so that they're not receiving any supplies from down here, and the supplies to the west, to the east are blocked off. Okay, that's good then. You could get some reinforcements. You could get engineers or turret AT. I don't think that's required. Engineers. Engineer capability. Helps dismantling enemy entrenchments, yes. Allows digging in regardless of weather. We don't really need that. You're very good over here at exploiting. Let's add a unit to you. And one to you. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, yeah. Let's see what the Soviets are doing. Cutting off our supply there, cutting off our supply... Damn it! I knew it. This guy might still be in supply, but over here we are... God, we are... That was a big mistake. Big mistake over there. Okay, so all of these guys are now out of supply, but just for a turn, so it's not really that bad. Destroyed and overrun on the cavalry, that's lovely to see. So that does give us some benefit over here. Destroyed over there, that's good. So yeah, we are re-establishing our positions here. You should come over here, and I think that does give us this position as well. Yeah, so you should now not have any supply. Let's attack over there. Just two. Two left. That's alright. So do we want to bring in our light units? I think so. Is there any point attacking this though? Well, it would only free up our rear a little bit. But I think that's a worthwhile target. So yeah, let's attack. Really? Oh, come on. Just one lost. Alright. Okay, so yeah, what we do need to do is cover against these tanks and against this infantry unit here. You could attack, but it wouldn't really get you any further. Could advance with these tanks. Could advance in this direction as well. How is our supply situation? It's pretty good, actually. Ideally, I would like to open up this approach, and you can see some of these guys are starting to run low on supplies, and that's nice to see. It's a pity that we didn't catch these guys. Yeah, but there's no way around that. So yeah, only you are left. But I do think I need to come up over here to prevent disaster. No, well, wait a minute. We can move these guys as well. So yeah, can we actually dislodge you? One killed in action. I should not have done that. That was a little bit wasteful. Okay, so things over here seem to be fine generally. So you can advance into over here. I suspect the Soviets will not be able to come up over these mountain passes. You're fine over there. Advance you. Yeah. And then you can come up over here. Right, yeah. So that should contain these forces. And I think as long as we do have supply over here, we will be in supply overall. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So then on to the east over here. So you are still in supply, that's nice to see. You should potentially attack over there or there. 20% chance of kicking you out. Let's try to kill you. Didn't quite work out. Retreat 50%. Might... Okay, so let's... damn it. It's just not enough to bring you up, okay. So yeah, I think this one is destroyed and overrun. Lovely. Good stuff. So, and down here, 20%, 40% chance of killing these guys outright. But these guys here are the more dangerous one. On the other hand, I'm very concerned about this cavalry because it has the greatest potential to cut me off entirely. Okay, you really can't get any further. Could get down here. Could you actually get over here? Well, you could, but there would be no point. Let's move you up over there. You still have an attack. Destroyed. Lovely. Let's get you on the railroad. So you're protecting against that direction. Could launch an attack here. Very likely to kill these guys. Or we could advance and attack these guys. Oh, only one. So yeah, let's try to do this. Destroyed, but not overrun. That's a little bit unfortunate, but can't be helped. And then over here, we could do 2 damage against the cavalry, 4 against these guys, or 5 against these. Overrun, lovely. And we got these guys to withdraw a little, so that's also appreciated. Don't think I want to advance any further though with these guys, so that's okay. It's funny that you can't advance. Right, we need to be careful with these tanks and with this cavalry. I think they'll probably try to come up this way. But so far we are okay. Over here, yeah, and you should be regaining some of your forces. Yeah, let's spend the points so that we can. Force pool, we don't have any reserves. Yeah. Do we want to change anything over here? I mean, we don't need to keep this guy over there. We could as well take this bridge. Could also advance very far. That'd mean we'd probably be cut off. But they're gonna get additional forces next turn, so you know what, let's stay over here. I think that's alright, yeah, there we are, more forces for them. A lot of forces for them as well. Okay, tanks are coming up. They are starting to circle around there. You can see they are out of supply now, and that's a very, very good news for us. You're coming up down there? You are, yeah. So I think it was a good choice to stay on this side of the river to prevent any attack from these guys. You're digging in. That's okay, you do have supplies down there, so we need to be mindful of that. Right, yeah. Up over here we are doing reasonably well. You should dig in. You guys will be able to come up. And yeah, down here we probably should try to destroy this tank. Yes! Very good. Extremely good for us, actually. You could attack, but that wouldn't really do anything. But so let's destroy this guy. And come back up. Lovely. Yeah, well, we don't have the bridge. That's a little bit unfortunate, but you know what, I think that's okay. Do need to be mindful of this guy, otherwise he will re-establish the front line over there. Could come up over here and attack them. Wouldn't be that useful, I think. But attacking this way, we don't really have the supplies as long as we are not able to, as long as we can't capture this railway line over there. So let's actually get up over here. 90% chance of overrunning them. Destroyed and overrun, good. Ah, there we are. Right, so that's probably the limit. Okay, you at least... So you should not be able to attack next turn, basically. Isn't that right? Yeah, okay, so that's okay then. So we can in fact take the bridge itself. We still don't have the supplies. So we still need these two things, but at the very least we are able to bring up the supplies themselves. Let's attack over here. Yeah, that also get rid of that that is also getting rid of their tanks. So that's good. You're very slow, my friends. You really can't advance any further than this? Alright. Unfortunate. Yeah, so I think this is okay. And user... Okay, let's bring you up over here. I think we will be attacked. But at the very least we have more of the supply line. And if we get over here, we actually do have a proper supply line all the way. And then we can use the light infantry to box these guys in. Would we have supplies down there? 4, 3, 2, 1, not really. Well, you know what? If we go over here, we could start to exert more pressure against these guys. Would that be worthwhile though? 80% chance of killing them. Or shouldn't we just simply try to advance over here as quickly as possible? Pity we didn't get an overrun there. Okay, and you then can move down there. That's okay. Yeah. So okay, now I'm happy with this situation up here now. Again, you can't advance any further. Okay, that's alright then. You shouldn't be able to cut us off. 3 plus 1. Yeah, you will be able to cut us off. God damn it. Okay, that should work then. Okay. And over here, then we can advance a little bit further. We have the infantry. You could come up over here, attack the cavalry. Would that work? No, it wouldn't. Well, not any decently at all. Right, so it's pretty much down to our tanks. 20% chance only of overrunning them. Oh well. Yeah, the weather is really not in our favor. So at the very least we are weakening them. I feel like the game is always a little bit off in terms of the results that it does expect. Okay, you could potentially advance a little bit further, can't you? No, you can't. Right, then we should not advance. Okay, still, I think this is a good turn so far. Let's see what's going to happen over here. Okay, these guys are advancing further up. Interesting. Ooh, also interesting move over there. Do need to keep an eye on these guys. Well, we have been cut off, so that's good. You can destroy them, that's nice. Push up a little bit over here. Yeah, we are still in supply. We cannot quite move up down there. It's a little bit unfortunate. How about attacking you? Yeah, well... Okay, so we're advancing here. That's good. This is a position that we do need to take, I think. And since you can't go down here, at least not far enough to attack anyone, that's... Ooh, 5 and overrun. Good stuff. So we could send our tank over here. And you can advance here. Interesting. We're not able to cut them entirely off of their supplies, so... Jesus, you're so slow. Right. So yeah, you have advanced over there. They'll probably try to cross. They might, at least. We have an engineering unit here. So yes, simply... Okay, destroyed and overrun, lovely. And then let's get over here. Let's screw over these guys. And then our tanks can probably advance down here and start to engage over there. Do we have enough supplies? Yeah, I think we would. Although it might be better to come up this way. You can't advance any further. You can certainly advance over there, but we do have, yeah, we do have enough supplies on this side of the railway now. Okay, so the tanks are going to come this way. Could come over here and finish these guys off, but I don't think that's worthwhile, so yeah, let's come up this way. Our motorized division will come up that way in the midterm. We're going to blockade that way. We don't need to be afraid of these guys. They'll not be able to cross over here because there is the river. So we might as well... Yeah, so we might as well come up over here towards Tbilisi itself. And that's fine. Okay, yeah. You're fine where you are, so that you're stopping any advance over there. Yeah, so that does settle the western part, and let's have a look at the eastern part then. So these guys are more or less out of supply. Destroyed and overrun, good. Advance. Destroyed and overrun, nice. 6 killed, good. And they are retreating. Yeah, but our units have a very hard time advancing. We only have 3 left. Overrun, good. Overrun, good. Can we advance any further? No. Yeah, very slow going for our forces here, but we are making progress. Can we get you a recon element? Yeah, let's do that. Can we get you another unit? No. You're fine, you're fine. Should give someone over here some promotions, but yeah, not now. You're probably gonna try to cut us off, but all in all we are fine. Could try to advance a little bit more like that. I think I appreciate being in the way of this cavalry division a little bit. Yeah, and you're sort of capable of going into both directions. So yeah, the supply, it did cut off the supply of these guys up here, but not of these guys down there, so we still need to advance there quite aggressively. And I think it makes sense to bring up our mobile forces down here and sort of come into this direction as well. That being said, I think this is a good place to put in a cut because we are well over time. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Let's see whether we can break Baku in time. Thanks guys. Bye bye.